Imagine for just a moment that the very life force coursing through your veins right now, the river of vitality meant to nourish every single cell from your head to your toes, is silently, slowly grinding to a halt. What if I told you that the creeping cold in your feet, that mysterious pins and needles sensation at night, the heavy ache you blame on a long day, isn't just aging or fatigue, but your body screaming its final warning from the inside out? What you're about to discover is not a simple home remedy or a quick tip. This is a profound, almost forgotten method of awakening your body's own innate healing power, a way to reignite the flow of life where it has grown stagnant and to cool the invisible inflammatory fires that burn silently within you, draining your energy and stealing your peace. If you ignore this message today, you are choosing to live with a hidden crisis that is undermining your health every single minute. But if you listen, truly listen, you might just unlock a door to a vitality you thought was lost forever. I'm just like you, someone who cares deeply about feeling well and living fully. But over the years, I've witnessed a quiet epidemic. I've spoken with countless people, like Michael from Chicago, a dedicated office manager who spent decades at a desk. Outwardly, he seemed fine, but inside, a different story was unfolding. His legs felt perpetually tired. A strange, unsettling heat would burn in his feet the moment he tried to rest at night, accompanied by a numbness in his toes and a restless crawling sensation that stole his sleep. He thought it was just part of getting older. Doctor visits led to tests, which led to prescriptions for pain, pills that merely muffled the alarm bells, while the house, his body, continued to smolder unseen. His story isn't unique, it's the silent plea of millions across America who mistake these signals for inevitable decline, never understanding the true root festering beneath the surface, a crippling slowdown of circulation and the gradual clogging of the body's most delicate pathways. We are trained as a society to chase the symptom. We reach for the pill that promises quiet, but that pain reliever, that anti-inflammatory, is a master of deception. It doesn't heal, it silences. It tells your brain to ignore the desperate messages coming from your feet, your hands, your limbs, much like putting a piece of tape over a blinking check engine light. Meanwhile, the real problem, the weakened, sluggish, impaired blood flow through your microcapillaries, only grows worse. And those medications, over time, place a devastating burden on your liver and kidneys, creating a future of even greater health complications. The true enemy is invisible, a creeping paralysis in your circulatory system that strangles your cells of oxygen and nutrients long before any major disease gets its name. Think of your body not as a machine, but as a vast, intricate national park with grand rivers representing your major arteries. But life doesn't thrive just from the rivers, it thrives from the countless tiny streams, creeks, and underground springs that carry water to the farthest roots and the highest leaves. In your body, these are your microcapillaries. Now picture what happens when those tiny waterways begin to silt up, to narrow, to become sluggish. The distant meadows, your fingertips, your toes, the very edges of your being begin to wither. They send signals of distress, burning, tingling, coldness, cramping, a deep bone ache, and that infuriating restless feeling that prevents restorative sleep. These aren't minor nuisances. They are the last desperate telegrams from your starving tissues begging for a revival of flow before permanent damage sets in. And here is the most critical truth often missed. This isn't just about your feet. When circulation fails in your extremities, your heart is forced to work against a closed door, pumping harder against a resistant system, which can gradually raise blood pressure and strain your entire cardiovascular network. Furthermore, this diminished flow directly impacts your brain, the most nutrient-hungry organ you possess. When the blood supply weakens, your memory can fog, your focus can scatter, and a subtle mental fatigue can set in, all while you blame it on stress or age. The ache in your limb is, in reality, a flashing indicator of a systemic energy crisis. So what if there was a way to gently, naturally, and powerfully clear those microscopic pathways? What if you could coax those capillaries to open, to stimulate fresh, oxygen-rich blood to surge back into neglected areas, and to literally cool the inflammatory heat that causes that burning sensation?
The method I want to share with you today operates on exactly that principle. It uses no expensive technology, requires no exotic ingredients. It is a synergistic combination of three simple, natural elements that, when used together in a specific practice, create a therapeutic effect far greater than the sum of its parts. This is about leveraging warm water not just for cleanliness, but as a therapeutic tool for vascular expansion. The warmth itself acts as a gentle signal to your blood vessels, encouraging them to dilate and relax, creating wider channels for life-giving flow to return. We then introduce the first powerful catalyst, pure natural camphor. This isn't about fragrance, it's about a centuries-old natural compound known for its stimulating properties. When genuine camphor is introduced to the warm water and absorbed through the skin, it acts as a direct vasodilator and a circulatory stimulant right at the site. It whispers to your capillaries to open further, while its penetrating aroma engages your nervous system, promoting a profound calm that is essential for healing, moving you out of a state of stress and into a state of repair. The third element is the juice of a fresh lemon. This isn't merely for freshness. The citric acid and potent antioxidants in lemon juice support the body's natural detoxification processes at a cellular level, helping to gently clear metabolic debris that can contribute to sluggishness and supporting the health of the very walls of your blood vessels. The practice itself is a ritual of self-care. You'll need a basin large enough to comfortably immerse your feet up to the ankles. Fill it with comfortably warm water, hot enough to feel deeply soothing but never scalding. Into this water, you add a small amount of pure camphor, allowing it to dissolve and release its characteristic clearing scent. Then you squeeze the juice of half a fresh lemon, stirring it gently into the mix. You then sit in a supportive chair, lower your feet into this prepared basin, and you rest there for a full 15 to 20 minutes. This is not a time for distraction. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, feel the warmth penetrate. During this time, a silent revolution begins within. The warmth and the active compounds begin their work, first on the physical level, dilating vessels, increasing capillary action, and encouraging the release of metabolic stagnation. You may feel a gentle pulsating, a releasing of tension, a gradual lightness replacing the heavy burning sensation. This is the direct physical experience of your circulation awakening.
The benefits of this dedicated practice ripple outward. The improvement in circulation carries away lactic acid and other fatigue byproducts from muscles, reducing overall daily achiness. Skin on the feet, now better nourished, can become softer, and issues like cracking heels may improve as tissue integrity is supported. For many, the most immediate gift is the profound improvement in sleep quality. By calming the peripheral nervous system and resolving the restless burning sensations in the legs, the body can finally descend into the deep, restorative sleep it craves. To enhance the practice for specific concerns, you may consider optional additions. For instance, if muscle stiffness or arthritic aches are predominant, adding a tablespoon of Epsom salt provides magnesium, which can aid in muscle relaxation. If nervous tingling is severe, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar can help balance skin pH and soothe nerve endings. These are variations, but the core trio of warmth, camphor, and lemon is profoundly effective on its own. After soaking, the ritual can be beautifully completed by gently drying the feet and performing a brief massage with a warm, pure oil like sesame oil. This seals in the benefits, further stimulates circulation through massage, and nourishes the skin and tissues, drawing on ancient wellness traditions that understand the foot as a root of overall health. However, a crucial disclaimer must be made with the utmost seriousness. Nature is powerful, but it is not a reckless miracle worker.
This practice is a potent form of supportive, holistic care, but it is not a substitute for professional medical diagnosis or treatment. If you have a diagnosed condition like severe peripheral artery disease, advanced diabetic neuropathy, a herniated disc compressing nerves, or rheumatoid arthritis, this practice can be a wonderful complementary therapy for comfort, but the guidance of your physician or specialist is non-negotiable for managing the core condition. This method shines brightest for those dealing with the early warnings of circulatory slowdown, general leg fatigue, mild peripheral edema, and that frustrating, vague, restless discomfort that has no other name. How will you know it's working? Commit to the practice for 7 to 10 consecutive evenings. Your body will tell you. The burning will lessen. The heavy wooden feeling in your legs upon waking will begin to fade. Your sleep will become deeper and less interrupted. You will simply feel a renewed lightness in your step, a literal and metaphorical unburdening. After this initial period, you may continue the practice 3 to 4 times a week for maintenance. Consistency is the true key. It is the regular, gentle invitation that persuades the body to reset its own rhythms. Today's message is more than a protocol. It is an invitation to rebuild your relationship with your own foundation. Your feet carry you through every day of your life, asking for nothing in return until they are in crisis. Caring for them is not a luxury. It is a fundamental act of respect for the vessel that houses your life. This simple, accessible, and safe practice could be your first step, your literal first step on a path back to vibrant feeling. Start tonight. Listen to the whispers of your body before they become shouts. Make the decision to break the cycle of silent suffering and to answer your body's calls for help with care, not neglect. Let this be the beginning of a new chapter in your personal wellness journey. If this discussion has resonated with you, please share it with someone you care about who might also be struggling in silence. Share it with a friend, a parent, a partner. If you have questions or your own experiences to share, I welcome you to join the conversation in the comments below. And to make sure you don't miss out on more deep dive explorations into natural wellness and vibrant living, be sure to subscribe to the Senior Wellness Hive channel and tap the notification bell. Thank you for investing this time in your health. Stay well, and I'll see you in the next video.